You're listening to the Hope Not Nope podcast
with Doc Dylan
and Brandy.
We empower high performers with a 3-part strategy of hope,
Self-agency, goals, and proven frameworks
so that you can reach your potential
and the highest quality of life. How's it going? Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Hope Not Nope podcast. One of our listeners named Caden asked, I'm starting my freshman year of college and feel kind of lost because I'm going from being a 3-sport athlete in high school to not being an athlete. What advice do you have for me to keep being an athlete and physically healthy as I start college?
Caden, welcome to the beautiful world of intramurals.
Yeah.
That is the biggest piece of advice I would give someone. And I remember being there.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you're kind of finished playing, you know, competitive, organized varsity sport at any level, or, you know, some of the professional athletes that we've gotten to work with when they like transition out of, well, what do I do? Because any time I spent training, I was training for that sport. And now it seems silly to be in the gym training when I'm not actually even playing the sport. And like, what am I doing? I remember a little bit of college basketball that I played when I stopped playing. I don't think I went to the gym for like 5 months
Wow.
because I was just like, what's the point? Like, why am I doing this if I'm not playing the sport? And I had to go through that and kind of shift, and probably needed a little bit of the downtime, but needed a shift of what is my new training goal? What does this look like? And I love these sports. Am I just done with it? And the reality is, like, to some extent, yes. Like playing at a varsity level, like in very meaningful games, like part of that is lost a little bit, but it doesn't have to be fully lost. You can get that back in intramurals. And it took me a bit to like do that. And, you know, I started, my brother uh, was in a basketball league at that time and was like, hey, like, dude, let's play, like you and me. And played. Him and I had a great time. The worst basketball team I've ever been on in my entire life. I don't think we won a game. I don't think we came in within 15 points of winning a game.
Oh, that's defeating.
I think one time we got beat when the other team had 4 people and we had 6.
Well,
It was not a good time. You figure when people, like my brother and I played basketball, and you figure when people form a team together that there was at least a few people on the team that had some experience playing organized basketball at some point in their lives. That was not the case for this team.
that's wild.
There was games that I was getting double and triple teamed. My brother was getting double teamed.
Because the other
And
people.
we still,
Oh my gosh.
from the other people being open and just like chucking up threes, hook shots. If you're not competitive, it was comical. But, you know, to the point for Kaden, like, it doesn't mean that intramurals are not competitive, right? It's just it's a little different. It's a little bit more, you can still play for championships, but, you know, it's different playing in front of a crowd of hundreds of people versus an empty gym on a Wednesday night, but you still get to be playing the sports that you love.
Right. Right.
So I would highly suggest that you don't do what I did and just like stop because you don't know what's next and you feel lost. But, you know, you, especially going into your freshman year, like there's a lot of transitions that happen with that. And, you know, you're establishing new friend groups. Well, intramurals is a great way to expand your community on campus really well in a fun and competitive environment. You know, you may start on a team your freshman year that is the equivalent of the team that I was on, but you start meeting other people, and then you know, the top dogs want to form a team, and you get to be on that team or whatever it may be. But you know, it keeps you in it, and it's fun. And then guess what? You graduate college, and you go through that again of like, well, man, now intramurals are gone. Like, what do I do? Like, there's nothing to train for. Well, one, you know, are you only training for a sport, or are you training for something bigger in that you need to be physically prepared for? But in that, like, you can still do things that you enjoy. And there is a lot of adult recreational leagues.
Yeah.
And, you know, in the community that we were in previously, you could sign up within the city and you didn't even have to sign up on a team.
Mm.
You could sign up as a quote unquote free agent and then they would find a team to put you on. Is it enjoyable as playing with like, your friends that created this thing together? No, but does it give you the opportunity to still be involved and still play and still have that enjoyment and
Hmm.
movement? Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And for more and more sports, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I think of, when you go to college and you're most likely like living in a dorm, you're meeting new people, you're on a meal plan. Usually it's an unlimited meal plan. So you're probably taking in more calories than when you were in high school,
Yeah.
when your family, like that's how the freshman 15 happens. You're in a stressful environment, meeting new people, and you have a whole new schedule that you've never had before, and you have unlimited access to food, basically.
Hmm.
And that's like when the freshman 15 happens. And not that like Caden's goal is to not gain the freshman 15 by any means, but just the reality of like unhealthy habits happen
Hmm.
because of a new environment and people not knowing what their intention is.
Right.
And I really think like, okay, you're going into college, what's your intention? I know some people that their goal in college was to completely change the stereotype that they had in high school. And
Mm.
that was almost like, I was a good girl in high school, let me go party now. And it's
Hmm.
like, okay, if that's your intention, okay, like what's the thing behind that? Like I don't necessarily agree with that, but like know what your intention is, and it sounds like you want to be healthy and you want to be fit. You could just go to the gym.
Hmm.
The reality is like most campuses have like some sort of gym. For me, I had chronic pain, and so I didn't even know there was intramurals because when I went to college, I very much was like every person just wants to party. I don't want to be like that, so I'm not going to make any friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to like club day or whatever where they tell you all these different things. I didn't go to that because I had a prior commitment, so then I didn't know about all the things that my campus had to offer. And I was just a negative Nancy, to be honest, and very judgmental. Um, all that to say, my brother was also on campus, and I did end up making a friend who liked basketball. And our campus had a dome that was an indoor track that had basketball courts on the inside of the track.
Mm.
And so they had open dome nights where we would just go and shoot hoops
That's
and
awesome.
sometimes play pickup. And I remember playing pickup with like half of the football team. And it was like so fun. Because it was like off season for football, so they were just in there goofing around. Or with the basketball team when it was off season. So I just remember seeing some of these people around campus like these are like the hot shots of campus. I'm just this girl here with chronic pain that's like missing the sport that I love, but
Hmm.
it's 9 to midnight twice a week. The dome's open. You can go do that. So there are little
Yeah.
things like that as well. But if you want to have like an intentional schedule or things like that, there's the gym, there's intramurals, and also being aware of like what is your intention with the food and
Hmm.
community and things like that, because all of that plays a role into what being healthy is.
Yeah. And Caden, as we do this, I want you to know that you are listening to a member of the two-time Upstate Medical University champion of volleyball.
You did that?
Oh yeah.
You were a volleyball champ? I
Yeah,
don't
two
know if I knew
two
that.
times.
Oh my
We
gosh.
got t-shirts. I don't know what happened to mine. Probably lost it in a move
It
somewhere,
wouldn't
but
fit you anyway.
we were two-time volleyball champs.
Wow.
Yeah,
You said upstate?
at
So it was like
Upstate.
you and your PT friends?
Oh yeah. We had we had one guy who played.
Wait, upstate had intramurals?
Yeah,
I feel like during your doctorate, like you don't have time for that.
right? Great
Wow.
example. Upstate Medical University,
That's so
like
cool.
getting our doctorate, like they had intramurals.
Wow, that is
In
awesome.
this small gym. They had basketball, they had volleyball, they had tennis. I don't know. They had a bunch of things. They had a campus activity building. It was awesome. We'd go down. Yeah, and one of our classmates, he played college volleyball,
Mm.
and the peers that I had, we just had a very awesome group of PT students that were also very athletic and all like bonded really well. It's like the best friends I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, I could teach you guys volleyball.
Aw.
And we're like, you don't need to. Jump up and slam the ball as hard as you can. And he's like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys can jump and hit if I teach you some plays and I teach you some like how to move on the court appropriately and what lines you can jump from. Like, we could seriously do some damage on this campus.
Right. Yeah.
So he took us under his wing. He coached us. We went into some volleyball training. We came out and we won the volleyball championships 2 years in a row.
Wow.
And the teams that we were playing, there's this one team is like this group of dudes, and one was from California, another one was from another place, and they played high level college like volleyball, and their serves were so scary. They hit the ball so hard, overhand, like barely got it over the net because of how fast they hit it. Like, I don't mean they barely got over the net because they couldn't hit it. It was barely over the net from how hard it was coming down. Like, they just planted it right over it. And our buddy taught us, he's like, just take it. If it hits you, it's going to go up in the air. So this dude would serve this ball, smoke this thing, and we would stand there and just get wrecked by it. But it would pop in the air, and one of us would jump and save it, and the other one would spike it back. Boom, point. Nice serve, dude. We got you.
Yeah.
We did the scouting report. We got this. Yeah, we ended up winning twice in a row. And that team was the dominant team. That was the dynasty. We took them down.
Yeah. Take that.
So, yeah. And did I grow up playing volleyball? No. Is it something that was on my quote unquote bingo card for,
PT
college
school.
and PT
Yeah.
school and like getting my doctorate? No, I would have been like, oh, like intramural, like football, intramural basketball. I had so much fun in intramural volleyball, like something I never would have thought of. That my friend, like, we were playing and he's like, guys, let's do this.
Yeah.
Like, sweet. Like, it takes one person to lead you to something awesome. And that's what happened. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And now we get to say, hey, and Upstate
We're the
doesn't have
champs.
varsity sports.
Yeah.
So like intramurals was like the top of the campus. So we were at the top of the campus in intramurals for a couple weeks.
They were elite.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think, like, now looking back at college, and granted, again, I was in chronic pain, but I know for a fact there was intramural, like softball, basketball, probably like a run club, volleyball. Our team was huge, or our school was huge into disc golf, like frisbee golf. Like, it's all over the entire campus. I think they had a tournament. Like, there was a lot of opportunity. I chose to get involved in other things, but if you're looking for it, like, there is opportunities on campus to do it. So go get after it and don't be afraid to try something new.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving into the hope stories, I think I already just shared mine. The Upstate volleyball champs. Like, I want to get a banner.
Throw back 10
I
years
want to get
later.
a banner printed out and hung on this wall behind us for the podcast now.
That'd be awesome.
But not so much the championship, but so much that, Kaden, maybe you have that opportunity to be a leader and step in, freshman orientation and, bond with a group of individuals. And our team wasn't just males, it was male and female. And we just all bonded, and, one person stepped up and said, let's do this. And all of us were like, cool, yeah, let's do that. And it just takes one person to step up and be a leader. And there's other individuals that are feeling that same thing. There's a lot more athletes that were 3-sport athletes that do not become college athletes than ones that do. And there's people that are going to be in your dorm that are itching for that as well. So don't be afraid to step into that role and bring people around you to something awesome. Hope story.
Hope story. Perfect. I love it. Drop the mic.
Drop the mic, pick it back up, close it out.
Sure. Hit it.
Kaden, thank you for the question. And we will be praying for you as you head into your freshman year of college. It is a very exciting time. It's also a very stressful time, a lot of transitions, a lot of things happening around it. And it's coming right up. So we just will be praying for you that it all goes well. And hey, if you win an intramural championship, like, let us know. Maybe we do a jersey swap.
We hang yours on this wall.
We hang it on there. Like, let's go. And I hope it's in the most ridiculous sport, but that's just
awesome.
Funny.
Get a really cool t-shirt too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But thank you everybody for listening. Have a great week. And remember, high performance isn't just about using the strategy of hope. It's about becoming hope.
Thank you for listening to the Hope Not Nope podcast. Please subscribe and share this episode. This podcast is for educational and personal development purposes only and is not considered health or medical advice. For personalized support, connect with a Hope Coach at hopenotnope.org.